What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it is appreciated. I'm sure you can tell by the title, but today we are making a trunk setup for my Q50. Now, I didn't really intend to do this, but last weekend we were working on Jonathan's trunk setup, and then we went to the store and I saw some stuff that I liked, so I said, screw it. I might as well do the trunk setup. You guys don't know either, but I am actually going to Las Vegas next month for Las Vegas Auto Salon, and I am taking the Q50, so it'll be nice to have the trunk looking good for that show. The tank was in there, it had the stickers and everything on it. Basically, just so you guys can still kind of see what the carpet looks like. I had the tank there, the compressor here, all with stickers, nothing fancy whatsoever, but we are going to change that, clean up this wiring, and make it look a lot nicer. Tank's already sanded down, it has tape over all the parts that it needs to, and we're getting ready to put the first coat of primer on this, then we'll get it painted, and we can start actually working on the trunk set. And shout out to Jonathan for always helping me. His YouTube details will be down in the description below. And just in case you guys are curious for personal reasons, you can 100% fit a body in the trunk of Q50.
For reference, I'm 5'10".
Don't worry, boss, he ain't talking no more.
If you guys were ever wondering too, these things actually do glow pretty well.
Okay, so for Jonathan's trunk, the video won't come out for a while still, but for his, we used wood. For mine, we are trying something different. So I don't even fully know what these are called, but they're like wannabe tile pieces, but they're like flimsy, but they look good. They're like little vinyl pieces. The other side's just sticky. So a little nervous about how this is going to work out just because we haven't done this method before, but we're going to try sticking it. Honestly, I don't care about really having my carpet anymore after this. So we're going to stick it to the carpet, make sure it's all laid out, flip it around, and then I'm going to take the saw and just cut around the edge of whatever's hanging off. So hopefully this works.
I'm going to have you peel, and you have to peel very, very slowly first. I scooted those up straight enough to where I think it's something like that.
So now that the tank is all finished being primed, I'm going to go ahead and spray it down with this. If I haven't said it, this is what we're going to be using to spray the tank today. It's a chalkboard spray paint. So basically it's going to make the tank like a chalkboard, which I thought is different. I haven't seen anybody else do it. So I also got some chalk. Yaz has really nice writing. So I'm going to have her write some stuff on there, and what's nice is if I ever want to change it, me and Yaz can always just draw something on there. We're relatively decent artists, so with the chalkboard thing, we can just pretty much make whatever, whenever we want on the tank for whatever show, and then if other people want to, they can even write on it, so kind of cool. Okay, so me and Jonathan have finished laying this pretty much. We do have this tiny little bit on the back. We may or may not cover that. We'll see. The tank's going to be covering that pretty much. Anyways, we do have these little corners on both sides that we're going to have to fill in, but for the most part, looks pretty good. We made sure that the designs all flowed with each other. Now basically we're just going to have to flip it over and then take the saw and cut off the pieces that are hanging off the edge. Okay, quick update for you guys. We've been hard at work. As you can see, it is a mess over here, but the tank is pretty much clean. Jonathan is over there cleaning up the wiring for me because my wiring from the previous time I messed with all this is a complete mess, and the carpet setup area is pretty much finished too, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. So hopefully it comes out okay on camera, but this is how it is looking. Really happy with how like the marble effects look. Again, we did make sure that like all the tiles lined up as far as like the texturing on there. I think it looks really good. It goes with the carpet. What's nice about this too is this stuff's relatively flexible, so we can go ahead and like push it in to get it in the trunk without any real hassle, which is nice. Just so you guys know, in case you do decide to work with this on your own, be cautious while you're doing it. I put it on the carpet and it worked for the most part, but when we turned it upside down to actually cut it, some of the tiles did fall off, so just make sure you have extra hands, or like some of our more perfect cuts were actually just done by tracing a line on the bottom of it, taking off the tile completely and then just cutting it without the carpet on it. So that's also an option for you guys, and this is the saw that I recommend. Does a great job of cutting those lines. Okay, so we got to move a little fast here just because we're losing sunlight and Jonathan does have to leave here soon. But right now we're smoking the holes that we need for the hardware. We have to cut that out so we can run the lines. While we're doing this, Yaz is currently inside drawing on the tank to make that look nice and pretty for us. So it's been a couple hours since that last clip. Jonathan ended up leaving. We're pretty much done. He's going to come back first thing in the morning. We're going to hook everything back up. While he was doing that, my wife was in here making sure that the tank looked nice and good. As of right now, she's looking nice and good. It is day night. We don't have the kids, so we're gonna go on a date. But again, she was in here making sure the tank looked good, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what she ended up doing for me. So don't mind the mess in the background. Again, kids, as you can see, Legos, whatnot. But anyways, this is what she ended up doing for me. So she wrote my Instagram handle, which is why I wanted her to do this, because this is done in chalk, and as you can see, looks really nice. And then she did my YouTube on here as well. So thanks, babe, for doing the tank for me.
You're welcome.
Okay, so day 2, Jonathan has returned, so we can go ahead and finish this. For the most part, we are done. Just want to recut these pieces here on the side just because they got a little messed up while putting the carpet back in. So we figured it's better just to cut them, lay this in the trunk, and then apply these pieces just so like it looks best. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Just need to bolt up the tank, put everything together, and we're pretty much finished. Say it, dude.
I mean, you're gonna have similar chunks out of, they're both floating, but they'll be different. Same, but different. Let's go.
Okay, pretty sure Jonathan told you, but right now we are testing this out to make sure that if we need to lift up this little flap area here on the side, we can do so without messing any of these tiles up, just in case we ever need to get to the wiring.
I mean, that works.
Does that work?
But cool. It's gonna give you that little gap, but I mean, you'll have to just like scoot it over.
That's fine.
It does
That'll
work.
Then. Cool. So we will stencil it on the new ones, put it together. Once we do the hoses, I can go ahead and show you guys what it fully looks like all finished and done. Alright, so we have been at it all day yesterday and all day today pretty much, but we are finally finished. Everything is all buttoned up. Again, huge thank you to Jonathan, not only for all of his help, but for making sure that the wiring is cleaned up, because before I pretty much just shoved it in a corner and just kind of left it there. But now the wiring's all cleaned up, the hoses, everything is all cleaned up, everything looks awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys now and show you what the final product of it looks like. So here's what it's looking like. Tank looks really good. What babe wrote for me on there also looks really good. As you can see, we got the airlifting floating a little bit. We painted the brackets white, but you can't really see the wiring, can't really see the hoses other than the clear lens that we want you guys to see. All in all, really happy with how the trunk setup looks. And as you can see, everything's nice and tidy back here, so we cut that little hole in there so all the lines can go through there, but everything looks really nice. So again, huge thank you to Jonathan. He didn't film anything for this on his channel, but definitely go follow his YouTube channel and subscribe. All of his stuff will be down below for you guys to check out. With that being said, this little project is done. Don't forget, I am going to Las Vegas. So if you live in Las Vegas, I hope to see you guys out there. But make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that or any of the other content that we have coming. I'm going to be doing the taillights soon, as well as air suspension stuff for that, and tons of other stuff that I got planned for you guys and for the channel as a whole. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, all that good stuff. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.